numerator, denominator, denominator. I do not recommend that you start cancelling anything. In fact, there's nothing to cancel also. So we are going to get 2a squared times a squared over b times b to the power 4. Okay, you may skip this step if you need to, which will only ask 2a to the power 4 and b to the power 5 because the powers add up. Okay, so this will be the answer for 10a.
What?
Right? Then for 10d, we have this. Right? By applying what we did in 10a, you want to bring the powers in first to every component. Okay, so notice that I keep saying component. So you must recognize the different things that are found inside the fraction. Okay, so we have negative 3, which is a coefficient. So I'm doing negative 3 to the power of 3, followed by g to the power of 5 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 3, and then h squared to the power of 3. So the power of 3 is being distributed in this manner. Okay? Likewise, the same for the other fraction. It will be g squared to the power of 3, h cubed to the power of 3. Okay? I'm just intentionally writing this in case you didn't capture the understanding from here. Alright? You can do it in a mental sum manner, that's fine. Okay, just make sure you know what you're doing. Alright? Then negative 3 to the power of 3, you can press that in the calculator, that will give us negative 27. Okay, making sure that there are brackets around the negative with the negative sign inside. Okay, then after that, g to the power of 15, 8, and then h to the power of 6. Divided by g to the power of 6 and h to the power of 9. Okay, then now, we take into consideration the divide sign here. So with dividing fractions, we do our flip change. So we keep the left fraction. Okay, then flip the fraction on the right and then change the operation in the center. Right? And then we multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. Okay, I strongly encourage you to do this before you do any form of cancellation, because you don't want to cancel all over the place and lose track of things. Okay, so g to the power 15 with g to the power 6, that will simplify. Okay, whereby 15 minus away 6, that will give us a 9. And then h to the power 9 divided by h to the power 6, that will kind of cancel away. Sorry, it should be like 9g to cancel away, then h also cancel already, so this will give us 3. Okay, then 27 and 8, there's no common factor. So this will be the answer that we get for 10D. Questions? Okay, if you're done, will you please submit your homework to the front?
Just have to like keep on pressing.
Somewhat yes. Okay, they wouldn't give you such a big number that you have difficulty in re-expressing it. Usually you will be able to recognize that base itself. Okay? If you're good with this concept, let's practice it. Okay, let's do question 1A, 1B, as well as 1C. Okay, find the unknowns. Okay, I give you 4 minutes to go on this. You finish shouldn't take you long. One to 5 is 5 to the power of 3. Therefore, x is equals to 3. Okay? Alright? B. 7 to the power of y equals to 1 over 49. Okay? So 1 over 49 is 7 to the power of negative 2. Okay? Because 49 is 7 squared. In case some of you can't follow. Okay? And 1 over 7 squared is 7 to the power of negative 2. So we see that 7 to the power of y equals to 7 to the power of negative 2. And therefore y equals to negative 2. Okay? Then part C. Okay? I notice some of you decide to choose a base of 4, which isn't wise. Okay? Because 8 cannot be a power of 4. Right? 4 squared is 16. Okay? Not 8. Right? So we cannot put the base to be 4. Instead, we should be using 2 as our base. Okay? So 8 is actually 2 to the power of 3. The power of z needs to be expressed in this manner. And 16 is 2 to the power of 4. Okay? Apply our laws of indices. I believe law number 3. It will tell us that 3 times z is the power for this 2. And then we see that 3z is equals to 4. And therefore, z equals to 4 over 3. That will be the answer. You can write it as 1 and 1/3, not an issue. Okay, but you just simply leave it like that. That's good enough. Okay, questions? Yeah. Why do I use 2? Then what will you choose? 16 cannot be expressed as a power of 8. So. Okay. Usually our bases are prime numbers. Okay? Yeah. So 16 cannot be expressed with a base of 8. 8 squared is basically 4. Right? That's why we choose 8. Okay. Okay, look at question 2 next. One last one. Okay, let's do question 2. I know that this is a very simple concept, but I still need all of us to listen.
Yes, listening.
Now, question 2 it says that given that 9 to the power of negative 2 times 3 to the power of k is equals to 1, we want to find the value of k. Alright? 9 and 3 they are different bases. We cannot apply any laws of indices at this juncture. Okay, so we need to do a change of base. Okay, so 9 we will change to base 1. 3, right? Which is 3 squared. Okay, we can write it this way. For which apply our law number 3, we get 3 to the power of negative 4 here. Then at this stage, I can see that I have the same base, different power. So I can add the powers up. And we still will get 3 to the power of negative 4 plus k equals to 1. 1 is not in the base of 3. you cannot say that negative 4 plus k equals to 1 because our concept is that both the left and right hand side must be of the same base. Okay, so the base of 1 here, what can I do to it? What gives me 1? 3 to the power of 0.
Okay.
Okay, so therefore I can say that negative 4 plus k is equals to 0 and k is equals to 4. Okay. Alright. Questions? So with this, the worksheet that I gave you last week, okay, for homework, right? You should be able to finish up everything, even the additional questions that are indicated in the worksheet. Okay? So on the worksheet, in case we have forgotten, it looks something like this. Okay? On page 3 itself, it says to do exercise 3B, question 10 BCD and 11 ABC. Okay? I printed a copy of foolscap lines, okay, at the back. They write it at the back, so we save a little bit of paper. Okay? In case there's not enough paper, then you attach another piece of paper, right? But I think it should be enough for you to solve those few questions. Okay? Alright, so the homework will still be due by tomorrow.